So this is entrepreneurs in gondolas getting hot cocoa.
Going to dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about to clear. We rolling?
Oh yeah. And start us off.
After this tower. Hey, it's Jeff, and I understand that there's this thing called comedians in cars getting coffee, so I thought we might do entrepreneurs in a gondola getting dinner. And we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but what are we supposed to do now?
Oh, I'm Stu.
Stu McClure.
No, you're not Stu, you're Jeff.
Okay, moving on.
I'm Belinda.
I want to be Stu, but I'm Brian.
I want to be Brian, but I'm Barry. I want to be Barry, but I'm Shelly.
Okay, and we're done. And I'm Dan, and I have a camera. Okay, we're gonna start this off easy. Puppies or kittens?
Puppies. Puppies.
Puppies.
Oh,
Yeah,
puppies.
Cats are pain.
Puppies.
Okay, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay, getting a little harder. Time freedom or money freedom?
Time freedom.
That's easy.
Okay. Let's jump. How do you like?
Freedom means you have money freedom. Exactly.
Right. Money doesn't buy you happiness. Money buys you freedom, and freedom buys you happiness.
Yeah.
What is your favorite way to start your day?
I can't tell that on camera.
Yeah, baby. Okay, moving right along.
That was good.
Okay, what is one fear you've had to overcome?
Fear of heights.
What is a fear?
I would say a fear of my own voice. So like people not being myself. So I was very afraid of like sharing my own voice and being who I am for a long time. So, and that prevented a lot of me from making progress and speaking, and I was you end up imitating other people, and it just doesn't feel congruent, and so that was a big one for me for a while.
I think for me, like, one was, at the end of the day, I think we all have to teach at some level personal development, because people can't take action on the stuff we're teaching unless they become a bigger, better, brighter, shinier person. And I always had this thing running through my head of who the hell am I to tell other people how to live? And that was a big thing that held me back.
For me, my dad had this phrase that he said, talking about somebody that he knew, and he said, she is more gifted than she is confident. And that was very true for me, still is. I really struggle with being confident with who I am and what I know, and owning my wisdom and brilliance and being seen for that.
Yeah, I think mine is a session of Jeff's, because it's like fear of being a thought leader, because and being you're more like, I know my marketing stuff, but then you start going to that personal development area, and the fear is being a hypocrite, because there's no way that anybody can be 100% perfect on all the things that they preach, teach, want people to do. They try. And so I guess I have this fear of like not perfection, but just being a hypocrite. So as soon as I'm a hypocrite, I stop being a hypocrite.
So mine, I think, strangely enough, is a fear of being seen. In high school, I had these crazy bullies that made my life miserable. And I kind of, I found a way to be a little invisible, so I didn't have to deal with that. So it's fascinating that now I have a business where I help people be seen. Like, the big focus for me is how do I help other people be seen. So I love being behind the scenes, helping other people be seen.
You're getting seen more, though, which is good.
More and more.
That's a good thing.
Getting comfortable with being seen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mine's a fear of letting people down, because I think there's just the little girl inside of me just wants to be liked by everybody and not let anybody down. And I realized finally that I had to let go of that, because to really serve the people I want and to bring the joy to the people that appreciate it, I had to just know that occasionally I just can't make everybody happy. Not everybody can love me. I just have to love on people as much as I can, and it'll all work out.
Isn't it interesting that almost all of our fears have to do with that inner confidence in some capacity?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a self-esteem. The people who everybody thinks got it all together with self-esteem have low self-esteem, or at least have to make sure they get over it.
Yeah, you have to work through it.
You have to work through it.
Yeah, to make
the biggest contribution.
And it's constant. It's not
I still have a fear.
Okay,
I have a fear of speaking out, so I wait till we're under the tower. It's really loud.
But it's a constant, never-ending thing. Like, it's always present, and you're always having to move through it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. It never goes away.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's interesting. We've all devoted our lives to doing the thing that like calls out the biggest fear and helps other people. You know, taking that biggest fear, making it your biggest strength, I think is huge.
What's a question that so you all get asked a lot of questions by people who are open to learn from you. What do you think is what's a question that you don't get asked nearly enough?
Oh, that's
We're gonna start on that side.
I can start on that. I don't get asked enough, what risk should I take next? People think what's the next step I could take, but they don't say what's the biggest risk I could take? What's the craziest thing that I could do? And I think people should do that more, because if they stretch farther, they're going to get there a lot quicker. So, yeah.
Cool.
Question I wish people would ask more. They ask a lot of strategy questions and they stay in their head. And I'm all about, you got to bring the body, mind, and spirit to business. You got to bring all of you to your business to give up the overflow. And I wish they would ask, how can I integrate more of me into my business, not just the strategy intellectual piece?
And I think that is the end of Entrepreneurs, because we're at the end of the gondola. Entrepreneurs and Gondola having dinner.
Yay!
I'm Jeff Walker.
I am
so happy out of the gondola. Let's go get her this week.